Hey, this is the Review Junkie, and today I'll be reviewing the new body horror drama, The Substance. As always, my review will be illustrated and the artwork is done by myself. And if you like movies, art, and comic books, please hit that subscribe button because all my reviews are hand-drawn. I love to draw and talk about movies, and I thought what a great way to create a unique channel doing both, so help make my dreams come true so I can do this full-time. Like, subscribe, and feel free to share this with your friends so my channel can become official someday. So this movie stars Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley. It is written and directed by Coralie Farge. This is a non-spoiler review, so everything I discuss will have been shown in the trailer. Absolutely no spoilers. I'll tell you briefly about the plot, the characters, my pros and cons, final thoughts, and if this is worth checking out at your local movie theater. First, I just want to wish everyone a happy and healthy 2025. I saw this movie with my BFF, and this video is dedicated to 3 fans of the channel that asked me to review it. I really appreciate you being subscribed and letting me know in the comments to review this. So the plot is about Elizabeth Sparkle, played by Demi Moore, and she plays an aging actress who has won an Oscar and now does a fitness show. And don't you just love that name? You know, it isn't Elizabeth Diamond, Elizabeth Ruby, or Glitter. It's Elizabeth Sparkle. And don't we all just want to sparkle? Okay. One day, her boss lets her know that she's reaching a certain age and that people want the next young, fresh thing. Feeling like her time is approaching, she decides to use the substance to create a younger version of herself, and when she first learns about it, it's kind of vague, but she takes the plunge, and out pops Sue, played by Margaret Qualley. Obviously, as part of using the drug, it has very strict rules that must be adhered to, and you can tell from the trailer, nobody took any notes and decided to go rogue, so all hell breaks loose. So the two have to figure out what to do and how they can coexist. And we all know that vanity and happiness are incompatible. Man, I was like, this is either going to be super hot trash or superbly amazing after I saw the trailer. And whoo! Thank goodness this delivered. This is one of my favorite films of the year. From the very opening scene, I knew I was in for a treat. The intrigue factor was there, and the plot is so intriguing. And we've seen age and timeless beauty themes and how to obtain that a million times. It is a plot device weaved into the overall narrative for decades. We saw it in Prometheus, where the CEO of Wayland Corp wanted to live forever, and in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and it was about obtaining the Holy Grail. Here, it's about the elusive substance drug, and it is front and center. At the same time, the director keeps it elusive because every time the focus shifted back to the drug, I always wanted to know a little more of it. Now, this movie is also light on dialogue, which I found fascinating, and as I was watching, I was like, how long can they keep that going and do it successfully? And they do it with no issue. That in itself is a feat because the characters rarely have any full-blown scenes of conversation. There is a lot of them just lounging around, going about their day, and to some degree doing procedural things. The film looks very slick and stylish. It has a very vibrant color palette, and all of it was candy for the eyes. Even the very first shot is amazing. It plops a lot of intriguing things throughout. Tons of empty long hallways and many empty spaces. And what's the subtext of the context, right? There are also many shots celebrating the curves of the female body. So if you're into that and shots glorifying female assets, then this is right up your alley. There's also a lot of wash, rinse, and repeat scenes, but I thought all of that was great to show how repetitive living is, the whole survival aspect and the hustle, the whole commentary on female beauty. It makes you think and has impactful and thought-provoking themes. But to me, it was the 2 female leads that really stole the show. They are both brilliant and do so much with so little to say. Everything is reactionary, and I didn't expect this to be body horror. There are many scenes graphic in nature with blood, scars, and so on, and it was a bit tough to watch, I'm not gonna lie. I felt Demi was perfect casting for this because I've been a fan of her for years, and I think during her heyday, she was the it girl for a few years, and it fits so well with her playing Elizabeth. And the script really raises those questions of, what do you do when your time in the limelight is no more? And is it something that you can recapture? And can it go on forever? I like the themes explored here, and what what one would do if this opportunity presented itself, and how far would one go even if they knew the self-destructive consequences involved. And Demi is so likable, right? When you look at her, you can just tell she's a likable person, and there is something ultra violent that happens to her in the end of the second act and the start of the third act, which I didn't expect, and it was tough to watch. So I have two small cons for this film, and it is the third act. I was excited to see how it would wrap up, but didn't expect it to go where it goes at that point, and it really just goes off the rails and goes into bonkers territory. And I was kind of torn about that. I was okay with the ending, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind if it went in a different direction as well. Lastly, the movie is called The Substance, and it's in the film, but its origins remain elusive. I really thought the audience would get a bit more of its background and maybe even who created it, because if you have a movie called Batman, well, Batman better be in it. So The Substance is in it, but not really in it. So this brings me to my final thoughts, and this gets a high 9 out of 10 from me. This is a movie that takes risk and really does shock you, but at the same time is held so tightly together by the two amazing leads that all you do is find yourself completely glued to the screen. It is superbly executed and just makes you wonder if you can just learn to love yourself. So this is a big green light from me, and definitely something to see on the big screen where it's meant to be seen. So thank you again for checking out my review. If you like, please subscribe. Helps the channel out a lot. Hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share this with your friends. And if you happen to have a movie you'd like me to review, please let me know. I'd be happy to watch and illustrate it for a future video. Thanks again, and I hope the pictures put a smile on your face.